All right, welcome, guys. It's another great and fantastic edition of the Running Journey. I'm Rob Tatro. It's my brother,
Charlie
Tatro.
Yeah.
This is an exciting time. We just had probably I'd say the race where the most fun gets had in Manitoba, because the Manitoba Marathon is kind of but the WFPS is the race where people go out to break personal best. So that just happened on the weekend. I just ran the Triathlon World Championships on the weekend. You are leaving in 2 days for Ironman, California. We will then be training with our new BFF training buddy, Simo, for the 100 miler. So I'm setting the stage. This is what podcasters do, Charlie. I don't know if you know. It's like setting this. I've been reading up on podcasts.
Nice. I love the stage setting.
Setting the stage. I got back last night from Spain in a very long travel day. It's not a great idea to go to Spain for 2 days.
Could be tough.
3 days.
Be tough. Okay, wait. Do we want to do Spain, WFPS? Which one do you want to do?
I don't have that many stories to tell about Spain. Well, but I mean,
yeah, let's do the WFPS first. I want to get the full lowdown on Spain.
Okay, sure. So
WFPS. Okay, you go. There's so many people that we know that ran it, right? So
yeah, well, none of us ran. I didn't run. You didn't run. But maybe I'll start with a shout out to my wife, who did a post-injury. That's what you call it, right? When you go through like a major injury, like a knee or a like a surgery or something, you kind of reset all your PBs, right?
Yeah, you restart. Yeah, that's how I think you should look at it.
Yeah, because she doesn't have the same knee. She's not
same. It's like you're a born again runner.
Born again runner. So she's a born again runner, and she did a 2:15, I think, or 2:14. So she was thrilled. She didn't know she'd be able to hold out. So congrats to my wife on doing that. Then we got all of our running crew, the Run with Rob run crew. 6 guys, I think, ran it.
Yeah, all around 150s. I think all PRs, pretty much, right?
I think everyone PR'd. And Phil was texting me today. Phil Maku, he had the best time.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. I asked him, like, now what? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to? And he said, I got 3 goals. He says, these are his 3 goals, and I love it. It's like me.
He goes 130 half.
Yeah, 90-minute half.
Yeah, that's the tough one. That's a tough one.
90-minute half. He said 3:30 full and a triathlon. Well, I said the triathlon you could do tomorrow because there's no time attached to that one, so you could do that just tomorrow. The 3:30 full is definitely doable for him. He's not. I mean, he's
not there yet, but yeah,
he's gonna have to work. But the 130 half. Oh, I told him, like, to do a 130 half, you have to do like a 3:10 full or a 3:15 full. So
yeah, the 130 half is harder than a 3:30 full for sure.
Yeah, by quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
But I love it. Like, I love that he's setting goals. It's kind of like me saying I wanted to run sub 3 at all 6 majors, and you're like, that's kind of not possible, Rob.
No, it's doable. It's just it takes. So yeah, you're gonna need quite a few good years.
Yeah, and I recognize that. So he's excited. He said it's the happiest he's been running. Like, he finally gets it. He had like a race where every mile was a little faster, or like the 5 miles, a big negative, and like a lot of energy at the tank at the end. And he did like a sprint for the last 2K. And he goes, I get it. When you and Charlie talk,
so he went out too fast, too slow.
Yeah, he said I might have gone out too slow.
That's a rare mistake.
I said,
but he probably did go out too slow. Yeah.
I wanted to see his splits. I'm like, send me your splits. I want to see his splits because, like, he's not on Strava, so I don't get to analyze his splits. But yeah, I told him, perfect race. He had a perfect race. He finished his last kilometer in 4:21.
Yeah, but what was his first half and second half? Oh, there's only a 10K split, and from what I remember, it's not accurate.
Yeah. Anyways, it's he's very happy. So it's fun to see people be happy. And then we had Donnie.
The guests. Okay, yeah.
All those guys all did PR.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
When you're doing like 145, 150, like, that might not seem like that much faster than 2 hours, but that's like half a minute per kilometer faster, right? So that's a lot, I would argue.
Yeah.
So those are fast, well, a lot faster times than 2 hours. You're kind of a good runner if you're doing, I'd say 145, 150. Would you agree? Like that's a next level, right?
You're a good jogger. Yes.
You're a good jogger.
Yeah, you're a good runner.
Mo,
if you run, you run. Yeah.
We got to update everyone on Uncle Mo and George.
Yeah. Uncle Mo crushed it.
Uncle Mo crushed his half marathon. You
1 minute per mile below his goal. Was he sandbagging that a little bit, or he probably just didn't know?
Either way,
it's amazing. Anyways, yeah.
It's amazing. The guy's 65, cancer survivor, has never run aside from barefoot when he was a kid. He said around St. Law, Manitoba, never run. Came to Run with Rob, was inspired, started running at Run with Rob, and now did a half marathon. And now he wants to do a full. It's awesome. So congrats, Uncle Mo. That's a pretty awesome day for him. George did his sub 2, cousin George. And then I don't know how many thousands of people you follow on Strava that ran it this weekend, but there were a lot of good times.
Yeah. So I kind of want to talk about our buddy though, but I don't know if he understands it too much, but Victor that you met doing Run with Rob.
Yeah.
And then we met him,
journalist for Radio Canada.
Yeah, and then we met him a couple times there at triathlons, and he said he didn't know how to run, and he ran a 120. Yeah, and he's improving so fast.
He says, if only I knew how to run, I'd be able to keep up to you guys in triathlon. He would say that to us. Right?
First time we met him, he said that. Yeah.
So I did beat him at the what was it, the Birds Hill race? I beat him by 20 seconds.
Yeah,
I beat him by 20 seconds.
I could hear him coming down behind me. Yeah, but
I think we talked about it on the podcast how I could hear his footsteps, and I thought I was way ahead of him, and because I crushed that, and he was right behind me. And then he's done a ton of biking, and he's Victor. He did 27 miles for his birthday, and then he crushed a 120.
Yeah, 120. And then oh man. Okay, so many PRs. Anyways, Riley Dudar.
And Simo.
I don't really know him, but it looks like he doesn't work out, and then he runs a 126. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it looks like he's just like a weekend jogger, and then he's in shape if he's doing 126. Did he do a 126? I thought he did like a 129 or something.
No, 126.40.
Wow.
Under 127.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, Riley. Congrats. What's that?
What an athlete. I think
he's a personal trainer or something.
Yeah.
So he's obviously spending a lot of time in the gym, and he's I guess
he does these really, I'd be interested to talk to this guy once. I don't know him, but he does these really fun looking workouts like sled pulls and I don't know, hills.
Well, the great thing about our podcast is it's ours, and we can ask whoever wants to come out. So Simo, we didn't know, and next thing you know, he's on the podcast, and next thing you know, we're running a 100-miler with him in Utah. So maybe Simo thinks highly of Riley, so maybe we'll get Riley on the podcast. Bob Cox, did you see that? What he did in Toronto?
Yeah, it was amazing too.
He won his age
category. Canadian champion, male 60, right? And over. Yeah.
Male 60 to 64, right? And he's at the tail end of that, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't recall.
I think Either way, Bob Cox, you're a local legend in Winnipeg. Our juggler friend, I was wrong. I thought it was the Sydney Marathon. You were right. It was the Toronto Marathon. Did you see?
Yeah, he struggled a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it was dropped.
He juggled the whole way. So
yeah, he's juggling. He's not.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? That could be a Guinness World Record that I could beat. The barefoot juggling.
Barefoot juggling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he was way above pace, and I guess he fell the last 5-6 miles. So I don't know what happened, but we're pulling for you, and we hope that you bounce back stronger than ever. J.M. Doiron. We're pulling for you, our juggler. So he's going to go through another training cycle, and he'll try it again. I suggest, if I were him, go get the 800-meter record. That's one that you can get easy, right? He's the provincial champion.
Yeah, just do a bunch of reps.
Yeah, just do a bunch of reps and get the 800-meter run. Anyone else you want to shout out in the WFPS? I mean, there's a ton of people, but
Simo obviously ran it, and I don't know, it was. I was really missing out on being at that because it's such a great event in terms of it's a beautiful course. The weather's always like perfect for running, and then everybody's just like, I don't know what it is. It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's. You've said this. Everyone's kind of gearing up for PBs because they've been training September, October, and the weather's getting better, and it's PB season for some reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
PB&J.
Oh yeah. Todd Friesen, he beat me.
He said he
really wanted to beat my PR, and so congrats to him. No, I have to. I guess next year maybe I'll focus on the half so I can beat Todd. No, I'm just kidding.
What was your PR again?
127.09, something like that, and he got 127.01. So he beat me. So he really was targeting.
Good for you, Todd. That's a great time.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So there's just it's just a lot of runners. It's a fun time. So now I guess the shitty part about Winnipeg is now that kind of wraps up the running year for most people, right?
Yeah, there's going to be not too much now, eh? There's going to be some
is there another kind of
hypothermic stuff? I don't know. There's going to be the pure hell of running in -40.
Speaking of, are you doing the Frozen Falcon this year?
No, I will never do that again.
Whoa.
I know. Sorry, I might 1 year. Sorry. If I haven't suffered enough 1 year, maybe I'll do it so I can suffer more.
Wow. It was that much suffering?
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. It was a good time. But
yeah, I was talking to Joel about it today. I might do it this year.
Well, so yeah, it'll be right after 7 and 7 and 7.
We'll be in great shape. It's perfect. There's that, and then there's our cousin Grains, who did his first ever ultra.
Yeah,
50K in the hills and a trail run in Duluth. First one. He was asking me about pace, and I was like, I think you could throw the pace out the window, Grains.
Yeah. There's no pacing, like you're climbing mountains.
Yeah. So he did really well, I think. Just under 7 hours, I think. So congrats, Grains, on that. That's a great, great day. Here he is doing ultras now, eh? Like, I guess that's
he's more crazy than you, I think, maybe.
Is he?
I don't know.
Do you think I'm crazy?
Well, he said his next marathon's in January. So he's like back to back to back.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was doing my first year and a half, right?
So reflecting on that, though, I was reflecting on my last 12 months, and I've actually run 4 marathons. Like it just crept up. Like never thought in my life that I'd be a person that would run 4 marathons in 1 year. It's crazy.
Which 4 have you done?
Sorry, 4. And then I'm going to do an Ironman too. All within 12 months. New York, Boston, Treeherne, Manitoba, and last but not least, Treeherne.
Okay. What have I done? Did I do the same?
The only one you skipped Treeherne, but you did another one, I think. Somewhere.
I did the Calgary virtual one.
And then you did one didn't you do one in LA or something with Marty?
Oh yeah, I did one in LA with Marty.
But maybe that was before. Was that before New York?
No, that was in February, I want to say. January? Okay. I don't know. But I think of like the last 12 months, give or take, I didn't 13 months. Like I did Ironman Worlds.
Yeah.
I did Triathlon Worlds. I ran New York, Boston, Chicago. And I ran a barefoot. No, I don't know. I feel like I've been just so lucky. Like I feel lucky to I never thought I'd be the guy either. But it was funny because when I was you talk to people at these championships and people share stories and they start asking. And every time I would kind of sit down with someone at Canada on the weekend, we'd start, oh, where are you from? What do you do? Who do you train? And every time they would ask me about training, oh, have you ever done any Ironman? And I'd say, oh yeah, I did. And I guess I am a little crazy, maybe. Like I certainly didn't have, like their stories are certainly different than mine for sure. but it's cool. I consider myself, this last 12 months has been pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, it's been a great year.
I mean, the next 12 are also very exciting.
I'm getting stressed about how much, but yeah, they are.
What do you mean you're getting stressed about how much?
The swim, having second thoughts on it. But
The swim, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was having second thoughts when I was in the ocean on Saturday, and I was like dreading every stroke. I was like, I'm gonna do this for 10 hours or whatever.
yeah.
We'll keep that one on the back burner for now. It's still,
maybe that's a 2026.
you were the one pushing the swim.
It would help me though if I qualify for Nice, it would maybe help me for that.
You're gonna qualify for Nice. Sorry to keep saying that, but it definitely would. I mean, I would do it just cause, but yeah, I didn't have fun on my swim, but I'll do what is it? 12K, 11K?
I think it's 12 to 14K or something.
Yeah, so 12K. So that's like 3 Ironman swim, 4 Ironman swim.
If you think if you're doing 2 minutes per 100 meters, a K is 20 minutes, right?
Yes.
Well, that's not crazy. It's 5 hours straight of swimming, maybe.
Yeah, but you're not going to be swimming at that pace, are you?
No, but assume you go a bit slower, but yeah, I don't know.
6 hours of swimming.
It's a long time to be, but like you can have rest though, right? Like there's kayaks and stuff you can just kind of grab.
Yeah, I don't think they want anyone to drown.
Yeah. So I would, if I would do that, I would go 1 hour. No, I'd go 30 minutes at a time, and then I'd say, okay, 5-minute rest, and then keep going. If I were
is that the only thing that's stressing you out over the next 12 months?
Well, if I qualify for Nice, I kind of want. It's going to be a lot. I'm seeing like events nonstop next year, where it's like how I don't want to get in a situation where you were last year, where it was just like I want to avoid that.
Well, I did 3 Ironman in 3 months. Like, just don't do that. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Ironman is a different story, right?
But this 100-miler is going to be so much fun. Can't wait.
Yes. Yeah. So again, it's our podcast. So this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to talk about this, but like, man, the 100-miler, the 7 marathon, 7 days, 7 continents, which is like all-time life bucket list type events. I've never been to 5 of those continents.
I have not been to most of them. That's for sure. I've been to maybe 3 of them, 4 of them. I've been to 4 of them. Yeah.
Which 4?
South America, North America, Europe, Asia.
Oh, wait, you've been to Asia. That's right. You've
never been to Asia?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy, I can't believe that's.
I'm trying to think. Have I been to Asia? I don't think so.
Have you been to Turkey or just on the edge of Asia?
No.
Haven't been to Africa though.
No, I was in Malaga, and on Sunday I was debating skipping my race because my feet were pretty bad. I was like, how far is it to Morocco?
Yeah.
And I was like, 3 hours. I was like, do you want to go to Africa, Justin? He's like, yeah, let's go to Africa. And then I'm like, if I would have pulled out, the whole team would have been forfeited.
Yeah. No, you had to do their beef for the team because the team really cared about that. That's okay. Let's go through your weekend.
No, but wait. I want to finish this 12 months because we're not done. 777. Then you're doing Boston. I'm doing London. A couple weeks apart.
Yeah, Boston.
What day is your Boston?
April 21st.
Okay, we're a week apart, so we'll basically be on the same training till the taper. So we'll be able to train together. And then maybe I'll just do a 3-week taper.
I think I had a 3-week taper for Boston.
Oh, did you?
I think he's done both with me, so maybe he's experimenting. My coach, I mean.
And then you're gonna have Ironman Worlds, or potentially our long swim, potentially our 12K swim. I'm gonna run across Nova Scotia.
Yeah. And
Or
I'm doing
PI.
Chicago. And I'm doing Chicago. And oh wait,
And I'm doing Chicago with you. I'll go back.
And we're doing a cross Manitoba bike ride.
Yeah, for sure. And we also have to do this is where if people have never listened to us, they're like,
this is where I'm getting stressed about this.
no.
A lot of things.
Just the Ontario Trail we should do in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just go on a Sunday, meet you and Simo and crush it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do 100 miles in 6 weeks. 6 weeks, Charlie.
Yeah, half of it will be walking. I'm fine with it.
Okay. So this is exciting. I was reading Phil's text about like the WFPS, how much joy he got out of it.
Phil Marcoux.
And I was thinking like this is fun. This is fun. Like and now in a way I'm almost I don't know about you. No, you're not going to feel this, but I'm nostalgic already about marathon training. Like I wish I could do another build right now I wish I could pick.
I've been nostalgic for marathon training for the last 2 months.
Yeah. You're not going to be nostalgic for Ironman training when you're done.
No. I mean, I do. So I love crushing bike rides sometimes, but these 5-hour ones and 5.5-hour ones, like 2.5 is good,
Yeah.
So yeah.
It sucks knowing now that there won't be any real speed work or like fast finishes till like February, right?
Our plan, you saw our new plan?
No, I didn't see it. Did you?
Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, I'm not going to give Patrick feedback just yet. I'll wait till after my Ironman there, but
you're unhappy?
No, I'm happy with it. I just got some little improvements I think could be made.
It's not enough mileage or what?
I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about Ironman.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'm not talking to you about our plan. We'll talk about it next.
No, it's not really. It's not anything about the plan. It's just I did a Zwift race. Ever since I won that Zwift race that I did, I want to do more. I'm addicted to them. So
what color was the medal that they gave you when you won your Zwift race?
It's an actual like gold.
Was it a
digital?
Gold?
Yeah. Anyways, so I want to do one a week of those because they're fun.
Yeah. Well, just do that.
Yeah. So I want that to be incorporated in the plan somehow.
Do you think like if you just want to do more miles, you can just throw on more miles at slow pace, right? Pretty much not infinite, but you can.
I don't know. I always do 20% more, but all easy. Anything I add, on my easy stuff, I usually add a bit just because I really go close to the slow end on my easy runs. Like I go fairly close to the slow end that he provides me.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad about maybe going an extra 20% on it.
Yeah. I was seeing that Tristan Da Silva, he's putting in 200-kilometer weeks. No wonder he's running at hour 9.
You don't get good like him without putting in the miles.
Yeah, 200 kilometers a week. He's at 4,000 miles already this year.
Yeah. So, but
I was thinking like
106, 107
No, he did. He wanted to break 110, but he didn't. I think he did 110 flat.
Okay, but I did. Yeah. So, but he collapsed at Boston. But
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it just happens. But he's amazing. Like, he's a fast runner.
Anyway, so I was thinking of doing more miles, but I don't want to ruin injury or anything. I'm just gonna enjoy being healthy for a while because my pain has completely pretty much gone away. Well, I've not done anything in 2 weeks. Well, I mean, I ran Chicago, but like aside from that, I've not really done anything.
Except for
the Triathlon Worlds. Yeah, I did this weekend.
Okay, let's talk about Triathlon Worlds.
Sure. I flew out Thursday night. I got there Friday morning with my videographer, Justin, who came for the trip. I went to the Team Canada social, and then that was fun.
Oh, how was the social?
It was cool, man. It was 11 a.m. social.
Because you got to be training for. You can't just You can't stay up too late if you got a
No,
triathlon the next
no, you
day.
can't stay up too late for social. So it was a fun social. Met a bunch of Canadians. Funny that I didn't see one person I knew. Like any do you know if any Manitobans were there? Like I didn't.
Maybe none of them decided to go.
Okay. Anyways, there was so we shoot the breeze with everyone, and I bumped into a guy who's doing Ironman with you this weekend. Then I recorded the podcast episode. Then I had my pasta and went to bed that first night super early. I followed my routine. It's funny that like this level of stress, does this happen to you? Well, for sure it does. The higher the importance of the race, like the A races, like it's like you can't sleep and like you're
yeah, I sleep way better on D races and C races.
I kind of didn't care what was going to happen. I was like, whatever happens tomorrow happens. I was pretty sure I was going to beat the world record. I loved my.
Wait, should we give like a bit of a back? Like
sure.
Maybe not everyone knows. So
okay, so I'll tell the story about how I first qualified for this real quickly.
Yeah.
So last year, if you want to listen to one of the podcast episodes, it's a good one. It's the Birds Hill race recap episode from.
I'm not bitter about that one. June
2023. Charlie told me about the championships on the way that morning, on the way to the race, and I beat him. That's the day I beat Victor, and I beat you by a couple minutes. So, anyways, I won the province, and then I got to go to this world championship. So they asked me if I want to go. I said yes. Now there are some people saying that this is kind of like a money grab thing. I don't know. I didn't feel that. I guess they charge for insurance and this and registration and outfits and socks and fees and uniforms. And so I guess I'm not chirping here, but I heard that feedback from people. So maybe that's why some people aren't going. But anyways, I
think like what it is it provides an experience to people, but I think they do use it to fund Triathlon Canada. Like it's because they charge you $15 for anyways. But
so I signed up for it and I committed to this 14 months ago or 16 months ago or whatever. And I kind of completely forgot about this. And I just as you know, I've not been biking or swimming. I've not biked or swam. I did one triathlon this summer in Pinawa, which went okay, but I've not trained. I did the odd bike when I was not healthy, but like I wasn't.
Well, your last few bike rides have been pretty good. I saw they've been decent. Your training,
they've been not bad. But I mean, I'm in decent running shape, so I guess it translates to half decent.
Yeah, a little bit of it translates, for sure.
So then, a week before, Adam Buss from my team sent me a screenshot or a video of this guy on YouTube breaking the Barefoot Guinness World Record for fastest Olympic triathlon, and he just said something like, this is something I could picture you trying to do. And when I saw it, I was like, I can beat that record. It was 2 hours and 57 minutes. I said, I can beat that record tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. So we talked about it on the podcast last week, you and I.
Yeah.
And I just said, am I doing this? And you're like, oh, your reaction was 100% you're doing this. 100% you are running this triathlon barefoot. I was like, yeah? And you're like, yeah, you're doing it. I kind of slowly started having a little bit of cold feet about it because I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to ride a bike barefoot. Whatever. I figured I'll figure it out.
I don't think the bike the run would have been my concern, but
yeah. The run was the concern. And you know what I realized? I don't like the short distances, like the Olympic triathlon. There's so much depends on transition and like, there's not enough time for
your endurance to kick
in and for me to beat people. Like I don't like I don't like that people like you, Charlie, and people like who are ultra focused on repetition and performance and trying their shoes on and like nailing that and have great transitions. They beat me by like 2 minutes in transition. Like I don't like that they're better at this sport than I am. And this is incredibly petty, I realize, but I had fun regardless. So I decided I was going to do it barefoot. The day of the social, I talked to our Team Canada rep. I said, hey, do you know of any rules against running barefoot? And he goes, why on earth would you do that? So I told him I want to do it. And he said, let me get back to you. I don't think so. And then I said, and by the way, can I wear this GoPro tomorrow? He said, absolutely not. They're going to kick you out. If you even pull your phone out, they're going to disqualify you. They're very strict. They will not let you get on the bike with that. So like, okay, so no GoPro. So now what? So I'm going to do it anyways, even though Guinness is not going to recognize this as a world record attempt because they're not going to have the requirements. I'm going to do it anyways. I just want to see if I could beat it. So I went out. I thought a pretty good swim. It was an ocean swim, mass start. So I would have done way better if it wasn't a mass start, but I did 31 minutes. I think I did.
Yeah,
was that
31? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was people were saying it was like 1700 meters. So,
well, then it was an amazing swim.
Yeah, so I'm happy with my swim.
And this was no wetsuit, right? I'm guessing.
No wetsuit on the Sunday. I had a wetsuit for the.
You did have a wetsuit for that one.
Yeah, some people weren't wearing it, but
it was pretty hot, right? So it's maybe not that.
Yeah. So anyways, that went great. Then I got to the bike. But the problem is, I remember you said you should have as your goal to beat everyone else in transition.
T2, I said.
Yeah. It was like a 450 meter jog from the beach up, across, over. They had this thing built all the way. Like, it was a long jog. So I don't know what I did. I think I did 3 minutes or something on my first transition. Second one was still a long way because I had to run with the bike all the way around. And
your shoes weren't clipped on the bike. You could just run without shoes.
Correct. Yeah. So I had a really good second transition. I still don't know.
T2 was the one, I think, that you had.
Yeah, T2 was the one, but I still don't know if I had the best transition. But then I went out. I started running. Sorry, for the bike, I need to say this. If anyone's attempting, I kind of don't want to encourage people to attempt to break this record because someone's going to break this record and beat it more than what I can. So you have to let me get the record for at least a week before you get it from me. Just so I can say I have the record. I did all this work, Charlie. You have to
all the people that No, you talk. Yeah. I'm gonna wear shoes for my Ironman. So yes.
Okay, I'm safe. Okay, good. It was actually like so easy on the bike. Like, I talked to Joel today. He argues that I think there's been studies done on this, that unless you're a really good biker, there's no real difference.
There's a small difference, I think, but But I got my new shoes, and I feel like that's 20 watts. But it's probably just a taper, probably.
Cheater bike shoes?
No, so story is, my last big bike ride, I got home and one of my shoes was broken. One of my cycling shoes was broken. So I looked up, okay, I need new shoes. I'm going to buy new shoes. And turns out my old shoes were like bottom of the line, entry level, kind of whatever, cheap shoes. So I said, oh, okay, well, I got the Ironman coming up. I might as well get some good shoes. So I bought like top of the line shoes. And that's the story. It feels like I got way more power now than I had before.
How could they be different?
Energy transfer. More energy transfer through the foot. I don't know. So because they're stiffer.
Okay. Yeah, I saw some very stiff shoes. They had $1,000, $2,000 shoes there at the expo yesterday or on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I didn't spend 2,000.
You spent 500.
No, not even less than that.
300.
Yeah.
400. 450.
Yeah.
Okay. That's less than I spend on my two pairs, but more than I've ever spent on bike shoes. I only have one pair, and it's the entry level. I'm sure same pair as you. So energy drink. So you bought bike shoes, and you bought the pre-greased chain. And
we're talking about your triathlon right now.
Okay.
We'll get back.
All I'm trying to say is Barefoot on the triathlon. So this was apparently not a draft legal race.
I saw it was not draft legal. So you could have brought. I'm so happy you didn't bring your bike, because now I got your bike box and I got no stress. But you would have brought it back. We could have both had it. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm happy I rented the bike. It was just way easier. But they had 5,000 athletes, and they started at just like 3 minutes, like the men 40 to 45, then the men 20 to 25. Then
you went with your age category?
Yeah, but it was just like nonstop every 3 minutes. So it was 3 loops on the bike. So the bike course was packed because you'd have people on their first loop, second loop.
You were drafting. lots.
Well, you couldn't
not draft.
So I was just like, when I got on the course, I'm like, the first person I saw was like, "Okay, don't get disqualified." But then like within all of a sudden, there's people all around, and sometimes it was hard to get by because it's only one lane wide. So if there were 4 or 5 bikes, you couldn't get by. It was tight to get by. So like nobody got penalized. You couldn't penalize anyone for drafting, but you couldn't really also draft because there was like different age groups and people are like, so you'd have people that were way faster than you or slower than you. It was tough to find someone to draft is what I'm getting at. But you're kind of,
but it's almost like you were in a group ride though.
Almost like you're kind of always drafting, but it was kind of a stupid course. They had like 26 turnarounds or something like this. Like it was just turn.
Well, then your time was really good considering all that.
Yeah. Listen, I don't care. I don't care about my time. It is.
Yeah, I know you don't care, but like, it's close to like it was 1:14, which is like, I think the fastest you've done is 1:08 on an Olympic. So it's a tough course. Plus, so that's a good bike ride for you.
Yeah, and I couldn't figure out the electric gears. I felt like my dad. Like I just could not.
You had one gear the entire time.
No. But the night before, I called Marco. I'm like, Marco, I cannot figure out my gear, how to change my gear. He's like, well, it's a button. Press it. So I showed him, I FaceTimed him. And I guess the button is lengthwise. So they're electronic or whatever. So I would put my thumb on the bottom or like my fingers on the bottom and on the top. So higher, lower, right? That's what I thought. But the buttons are overlapping. So there's texture on them. So you could same finger, you could go up, down, like really, really easy. So sometimes I'd touch and they'd go up when they're supposed to go down. And anyways, I didn't figure it out. So I was just, it was too fancy for me.
Yeah. No, you need just a straight up mechanical.
Yeah. I was on the bike. They weren't changing and they were glitchy. And I remember just being like Psycho Rob, like, how much would I kill to have my bike right now? I just wanted my bike. I was like, but I didn't have it. So I figured it out. And a quick story on the bike. When I returned it, they threatened me with a €500 Euro charge because I clearly crashed my bike, according to the guy. I didn't crash the bike, obviously, but they were trying to, I guess, scam me. I don't know. And like, we have your credit card. We'll send you the invoice for the damage on next week, and we'll charge it to your card. I was like, whoa, no. You're not charging. Like, what's the damage? So, anyways, long story, but I argued my way down to a $20 charge. And I was like, did I argue my way down, or did they win $20 from me? I didn't crash the bike. Like, I don't know. Anyways, so I barefoot pedaled, and I had my 2 Velcro straps. It's such a good setup. My foot was perfect in there. I'd fitted before, and I just went hard the whole time. Then when I got out, it was so easy to get out. I was barefoot. I ran. My transition was perfect. Then I got out. I did the first, it was 2.5 loops for the jog.
Oh, how long were the loops?
So I guess it was not quite 3 miles.
Well,
so like
it's only 10K total, right?
Yeah, it's only 10K total. And at the end
so 2.5 loops would be the entire
2.25 loop, I guess, because you do the last part.
The entire course is 2.25 loops, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the jog.
Okay, but you said you did your first 2 loops, but your story started with you did your first 2 loops, so I'm a little confused.
Sorry. Of the 2 loops, I did my first loop. At the end of my first loop.
Okay, got it.
It was like I started going. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna crush this time. This is so easy."
So wait, what kind of surface was it? Like bricks or what kind of?
So that's what I was getting at. It was paved.
Was it
asphalt? Like asphalt pavement, like traditional road.
Yeah.
For the first, most of the loop, and then right at the end there was this sharp cobblestone.
Okay.
So like nobody noticed. Obviously, I noticed. It was like cobblestone by the beach, and it was like, it wasn't good. It was not.
Did you run right on there, or did you find?
I didn't have a choice. Yeah.
So I looked around. 7-minute miles, and you didn't slow down for that, eh?
Man, I was just like, just keep going. And then they started hurting right after that. So then I started slowing down.
So I imagine that you were probably passing a lot of people on the run.
I was, but there's so many people. There's like,
Like there's all these different levels going at the same time, right?
levels and loops, right?
Yeah.
You don't really know who's who. Although we
So-
were one of the last ones to start. We were
So
second
sorry, you were probably still either way, you were passing a lot of people.
at first, but then when the blisters got so bad that I couldn't run.
Yeah, but like were you getting looks when people would see you with the bare feet?
A lot of looks. The crowd was loving
The
it.
crowd loved it probably
Yeah.
though, yeah.
Barefoot, go barefoot. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. And then I was dreading the end of the second loop because I knew that cobblestone was just gonna chop up my feet. I was like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I debated quitting.
Oh,
I
wow.
debated saying
with like 1 mile left.
I was like, but then I was thinking,
You just walk it, no?
that's kind of what I did. Like, I don't know if you
Oh.
saw my pace. Like, it
No,
wasn't.
I didn't see.
I kind of walked the last stretch there. It was it wasn't pleasant. And I had blisters on all the toes, blisters under the feet, blisters between the feet. They were all blood blisters. So that's my fault. Obviously, I decided to do this. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just telling you. And then I started seeing the blood on my foot, like when I was walking, and I started seeing the splashes of blood on the ground behind me when I was running. Anyways, so I finished. I went back to the place, and then I had to do the relay the next day. So relay was like an F race. I really didn't care. I didn't even.
F. Wow, we're getting low now in the grades.
Yeah, it was like an F race. So I went to the relay. I told my team, I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Just letting you guys know. But
so it would compare to like when I race my 4-year-old here to the fire hydrant. Around.
No, then I guess mine was a D race, maybe. I cared more than that.
You cared more than a race with your son to the fire hydrant. Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to disappoint my team too, right?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But our first guy went out in 34 minutes. And then
wait, what are the distances here? So
the super sprint. So it's 250-meter swim.
So that's like 5 minutes.
5 minutes on the nose. 6K. No, 6K bike.
So that's like 9 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, but again, we only had like 2
yeah
to do it.
Yeah.
So you were just turning. It was just turns.
Just pure turns. Yeah.
You couldn't get any speed.
Yeah.
And I think I took. What did I take? 11 minutes. I think I took.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And then it was 1.5 kilometer jog.
Okay.
So I wore my vapor flies.
Minutes or something.
I just, and then what happened is the blisters popped during my run. Went back to the Airbnb, and then I sat down, and the spots where they were popped felt so much better. So I just popped all my blisters.
Yeah, you gotta pop those, man.
You gotta pop. If ever this happens to you, trust me, you gotta pop. You gotta pop the blisters.
Well, it might happen in our 100-miler, so I'll be ready for it.
Yeah. The thing that I've realized though is my feet are resilient because I went for a jog.
You already feel normal?
Yeah. I went for a jog today. It wasn't like I did. Yeah.
Well, anytime I've had blisters from marathons, I've really hasn't missed any runs after me personally. But
yeah,
they heal really quickly, it seems like.
So now I'm thinking if I'm going to train for this barefoot world record, if like I'd like to do a PB, like so that I put up a half decent time. None of this 2:36. Like I want to do like a 2:25 or something.
Well, that would be hard. You need to pick a course that has like maybe some kind of nice surface for running on.
I don't think it matters if I'm going to train my feet a bit, right?
Yeah, but like Hecla, for example, they change it every year, but I think that's half that surface there would be very easy to run barefoot.
Yeah.
Like it's like ground. It's just like ground.
I spent the night last night looking for triathlons in the next 4 weeks, see if I could find one. But because I don't want to wait till June to get the record officially. But
I think there's one in Minneapolis.
Is there?
Well, I don't know. Guessing.
Yeah.
There's got to be one in the US somewhere.
There's not super common in January and February and March is what I learned.
October is not too.
There's a few now, but yeah. So I think I did 27 minutes on my relay portion. So
Well, that's fast. So what is that? So 11 plus 6.
I did a
plus
6 minute
5.
mile, I think 6.5 minute mile or something.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah. Plus transition. The transitions are the same time. It's the exact same transitions. So 5-minute swim, 3-minute transition.
Well, why? Oh, because you had to run so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the transitions were as long as the race, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we were like on the team 5 of 7, I think, or 5 of 6. So we were kind of the slowest team, but we had fun. Team Canada, we had fun, and we're all wearing our outfits and stuff. It was a good time.
Those outfits do look nice, though.
What's that?
Those outfits do look nice.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing that could be on my calendar is there's something in Spain next year. The long course. I qualified for the long course.
Oh, you should go.
Well, I qualified for both. I qualified for Olympic and long course this year.
The World?
Yes.
Aren't they in Australia, they were saying?
Yeah, that's why I'm probably not going to go.
Okay. Oh, they're not at the same place.
There's one in Australia, and then there's one in Spain.
Yeah.
So the one in Spain, I'm a little tempted to go, but the one
that would be more fun, like a long course. But the problem with traveling overseas,
I think no, I don't know what. Yeah, Spain is the long course one, I think.
Yeah, Australia is the one I went to.
Yeah,
it's a commit. Like my Garmin was so mad at me all weekend. It kept telling me to go to bed. Kept telling me because like
you're 32 hours of flying to like it's tough.
Yeah, I did it for the experience. I had a great time. We went to see a magic show. We went to see traditional flamenco dancing. It was fun. I liked Spain, and I like my experience of meeting all the Canadians and the cheering and the crowds it's a good vibe. And I had a great experience. I beat a Guinness record. I barefoot Guinness record, so I'm pumped with that. I beat it by 21 minutes, I think. So I know that I got it in me. I know if I had done the last 2 miles, could have shaved 4 minutes off the last 2 miles easy, 4 or 5 minutes. So that's my race, Charlie. It was fun. Thanks for all the support, all you guys. What about let's talk about some goals for you. You are leaving in 2 days for Ironman Sacramento. Ironman California, what do they call it?
Ironman California, yep.
Okay, so cheater swim. The guy, I go, oh, Ironman Sacramento. He goes, yeah. What do you? He goes, well, I'm hoping to do a good time. I go, cheater swim. He goes, yeah, cheater swim.
Yeah.
What do you think your swim will be?
It all depends on the current. I think around and maybe a bit under an hour. So because of the current though, so my plan is to do like a 2:10 minute per 100-meter effort, like really easy. Cause I don't actually think it matters much how hard you swim in that event because the current's so strong. So yeah, I plan on doing a really easy effort and coming out of there really fresh, hoping to be under an hour somewhere.
Hoping to be under an hour. And then that means bike and your 2 transitions. That should leave you 4 hours to break 10.
Well, I'm hoping so. Bike should be around 4:45. So
plus
somewhere
two transitions, 8 minutes.
2 transitions, hoping to do in 15 combined.
So that puts you at 6 hours.
Yeah, so it gives me 4 hours for the run to break
10.
But I've been feeling really good about the run recently, so we'll see how I feel. But I'm actually hoping to get a slightly better run than that, like 3:45 or something.
Yeah, I've said this before probably, but I remember how I felt when I ran Houston with my run. I felt like, and Lake Placid, I felt like in such good shape running wise after my bikes. Remember I told that story when I got off the bike in St. Elbe and I was like, I can't be stopped right now. And I had the same feeling on race day, and I did a 3:40, I forget, 3:45 or something like that.
Yeah. But you had been biking for way longer. And I think you had worked probably harder on the bike than I plan on working for this one. I think. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. You think your 4 hour and 40 minute will be
It'll be
less
easy.
effort?
I think like, I don't want to be this confident, but it'll feel, I'm going to hold back to do a 4:45.
Fair enough. I went hard on my bike, both of those. Yeah. Okay. That's a good point.
I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe I'm worried I'm a little too confident. So at the same time, am I going to screw this up? Anyways.
Well, you're not going to screw it up. But I mean, if you look at the world qualifiers, even the people who break 10 hours, they still do like 3:30, 3:40, right? Like nobody does
They
better.
do faster than that. Like, so people that are around my bike time for this Ironman are actually, I would be on the slower range doing a 3:45. But
Really?
I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah, because okay, wow, that blows my mind. I remember how hard that was for me. So
like, it's weird how it's completely changed, where relative to the mean of my age group, like I'm like top 20 for biking, but I'm maybe like top 50 or something for the run
in the bike.
Yeah, like relative to the mean, I'm a lot better at bike than run.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of me.
So
you want to put a total prediction on it, and you can do the fake throw on a half hour just so you don't.
Yeah, 9:59:59.
9:59:59. All right, man. If you break 10 hours, that is.
The one thing is, like, the swim is very, very dependent on how much current there is, right, for the year. Because 1 year it can be 10 to 15 minutes slower than another year. So
yeah, but you've checked the Facebook page and the Reddit threads, and you know what's going on, I'm sure.
For the current,
yeah,
hard to tell. There's no really good sources. I don't know.
No good sources.
My best source is the American River and Sacramento River U.S. government discharge.
How many times have you called them and spoke to Nancy at reception there?
Zero times. No, they have a website, so it's easy to tell. So it looks like the current's not quite going to be as strong as last year.
Wow. I mean, whatever. You have a little bit of spare time in theory, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I think so. The biggest challenges for me is, I think, just not freaking out on the swim. So embrace the swim.
Embrace the swim, Simo.
So I'm going to embrace the swim, but I won't go hard on the swim. Like, I'll go easy and just kind of relax and enjoy it. The bike is going to be hard for me to not go hard, because, like, I feel like if someone's passing me or whatever, it'll be hard to just let him go when I know I can go way faster. Right. So that part will be hard, but I think the whole thing is to save my energy for the run and just crush the run.
Yeah. Crush the run. Embrace the swim, coast on the bike, crush the
run. Yeah, that's the strategy. That's the plan. You got it.
Okay. All right. You're going on with Cheryl. It's going to be a nice, parents are watching.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if Claude wants me to tell you this or not, but he reached out to me and he's like, do you think Charlie would be pissed off if I went and watched his race? And I was like,
yeah, we talked about it. I said, well, like, and then I texted him today, are you coming or what? And then he said he's not coming. So,
oh, okay. I said, I think he'd be fine with you going. I mean, I enjoyed having him there.
No, I would have been super pumped. Yeah.
He's pretty hyped up about it. So, like, it's good to have someone, like, he cares a lot about your race. So
yeah. No, I would have been happy, but
yeah. And it's kind of like some quality time you get to spend with your dad. So I told him that. I said, I guarantee you Charlie's not going to be upset that you're there. I mean, you might have to hang out on your own when he's with his wife. I don't know, but he's not going to be upset that you're watching his race. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I would not have been at all. I was like, in my head he was already coming, and then today texted me that he wasn't, so I was a little disappointed.
Okay.
But it's fine.
All right. So that is big time. I'm a little like, now what? Like, it's kind of like,
Well,
I mean, I know. How come I don't?
It's a month till the 100-miler.
I know.
So it's not all about race. So you know how you do. You know how you crush races. You train for them.
I know,
So,
but it's kind of because you're doing this, and I'm a little jealous of you.
Yeah,
Right?
but all the things I missed, Chicago.
Yeah, no, I'm jealous of you, and I know you're gonna have a pretty special moment. So I'm kind of living vicariously through you, but I'm also looking forward to you starting to train for this 100 after, whenever you're, well, we don't have much time, but whatever we're gonna do for this 100-miler.
Yeah.
You don't think there's any, like, I was just gonna go and do like a slow 20 miles this weekend, like nice and easy, just to, like, that can't be bad, right?
Yeah.
If I'm asking you, like, that can't be bad, even if I'm just doing them slow, right?
I don't know. I don't know how injured you are, like, or how tired you are.
Yeah, but there's, yeah. Okay, I'll ask.
I think if you're not worried about injury, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Plus, you're gonna do them easy, right? So
that was 9-minute miles or something, just kind of 9:30, whatever. Okay, this is good. It's a good episode. This is the last time you will hear from Charlie before he's hopefully a world champion qualifier for the Ironman Worlds. And by the way, the next one, I'm going to break the Ironman Barefoot World Record. The next Ironman I'm doing is barefoot.
Yeah.
Because that's an easy one.
So do Texas, because there's always grass on the side to run.
Because there's what, sorry?
Well, there's like grass. Isn't there grass on the side? A lot of places in Texas. So it's that little right beside the river.
Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah. You're running through a park for a peer post.
There's some grass there, I think, that could help you out.
Yeah, but if I'm running an Ironman, I'm doing a cheater one.
Oh, California.
Because it's just time, right? For the Guinness record, it's just time, right?
Yeah. So I think there's California is one of them. I think there's other cheater ones, but
Florida, I think, is pretty flat. Cozumel has a current swim. Found out this weekend.
Okay.
All right. We'll stop there. Charlie, yeah. I'm excited for you. I know what I'm doing Sunday. I'll be texting Simo, probably texting Claude, following you on the app. It's going to be exciting. Enjoy your weekend, and talk to you when you get back. Do you want to book a time for us to record next week? Yep. I'll say bye here and then stay on and we'll chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget, guys, 5-star review. 5-star review. We appreciate it. And we love you guys. Don't forget, more miles, less pace.